Progressive Skills in English.
Hello and welcome to Theme 3 Episode 4, where we're going to be starting on the reading section of Choosing a Career. Now we're going to be having our first vocabulary box. You'll have it in front of you and let's read it together. Beginning with advisor, counselor, efficiency, impression, journalist, kindness, payee, recruitment, requirement, and trainee. And now we're going to be having our first exercise of predicting the next word. And we're just going to fill in the blanks. So number 1.
A good employer looks after all the people in the company. Employer is a noun.
Okay, number 2.
The company has 200 PEs in its main office. PEs is a noun.
Number 3.
We would like to hire you to work as a teacher. Hire is a verb.
Number 4.
What is the length of employment in this job? I mean, how long do you want me for? Employment is a noun.
Number 5.
If you learn many skills at college, you will be employable when you leave. Employable is an adjective.
And now you're going to have some pictures in front of you on your screen, and we're going to be commenting on each one.
The first picture shows they are doctors. They are checking a patient and they're writing a report or checking his report. The other picture shows some workers in a construction site. Maybe they're engineers or workers. The third pictures show some people in a meeting room, in an office, in a company. They are employees, managers and admin people. Then the fourth picture shows a car station, and this is the worker, and he had the car in front of him.
And now we're going to be building vocabulary. First question is, what part of speech are the following words? You're going to have the box in front of you right now. So the first word that we have is ability.
Ability is a noun.
And the second word we have is business.
Business is a noun.
Third one is counselor.
Noun.
Experience.
A noun again.
Worker.
A noun.
Impressions.
It's a noun.
Journalist.
It's a noun.
Recruitment.
A noun.
And finally, trainee.
It's a noun. All of them are nouns.
Okay, perfect. And now we're going to be reading the information that will be displayed in front of you right now. And we're going to check our ideas. So noun endings. Sometimes the end of a word helps you decide the part of a speech. Here are the most common noun endings. Let's apply them on the box.
Well, ability goes with ity. This is a suffix for a noun. Business goes with ness. Ness. Counselor goes with or er. This is the doer. Experience goes with ce, like performance. Worker, again a doer, with er, like player. Impressions goes with sion. Journalist goes with ist. Recruitment goes with ment. And trainee goes with ee, like interviewee and payee.
And now let's move on to the exercise of finding the base word for each of the following nouns. Number A, advisor.
Advice.
Number B, manager.
Management.
Number C, deletion.
Delete.
Number D, efficiency.
Efficient.
Number E, responsibility.
Responsible.
Number F, payee.
Pay.
Number G, kindness.
Kind.
And number H, requirement.
Require.
So now, do you want to be a journalist? If you do, we have some activating ideas for you right now. We're going to be asking and answering some questions. So for the first question we have, what qualifications do you need?
Well, I guess to be a journalist, I need qualifications like studying journalism in the faculty or in the college to know more about the techniques and the skills needed to be a successful journalist.
Okay, and now for the second question, what experience do you need?
I need to have some training as a part-time during my study in newspapers, in press, in online, for example, websites, online newspapers.
Okay, and the third question, what personality do you need?
The journalist personality needs to be very much easygoing, flexible, and has a very good ability to observe and to be able to understand very well what's going around him or her.
And the next question is, what abilities do you need?
A journalist needs to have very good language abilities, writing abilities, as well as editing abilities.
And the next question, what is the location of this job?
Actually, the journalist location as a job doesn't have a specific location. He might work inside a newspaper, he might do some kind of digital journalism, he might go to certain places or certain locations, so it has no specific location.
Okay, thank you. And now for the last question is, what are the working hours?
Well, the working hours of a journalist, I guess it's endless, it's open, according to what he has to do every day. It might be shifts, sometimes he has to be on call, sometimes he has to trace the event himself.
Perfect. Hopefully these answers are going to help you out if you're aiming to be a journalist. And now we're going to be preparing on to the next phase, which is the reading phase.
Our reading article in this episode would be about a certain website that allows you to know more about different jobs. The website is chooseacareer.com, and today's job is a journalist. You have the text in front of you on the screen, so let's read it together. Chooseacareer.com, the website that helps you find the right career for you. So you want to be a journalist? We all read newspapers and magazines. We all watch the news on television or listen to it on the radio. Perhaps you even read the news on a website. But would you like to write the news? If so, think about a career in journalism. Personal qualities and abilities. Journalists must be articulate in speech and writing. They must be outgoing and like meeting new people. They must be interested in issues like pollution and climate change. They must also be able to type and use information technology. Working hours. Magazine journalists work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Mondays to Fridays. But newspaper journalists sometimes work shifts. There is a lot of weekend work and unpaid overtime as well. The news never stops. Workplace. Journalists usually work in a newspaper or magazine, in offices, but freelance journalists work from home. Some journalists travel all over the world. Qualifications. You need a degree for most jobs in this field. Employers prefer candidates with a degree in journalism or media studies. Media studies courses look at communication in the mass media. Experience. Employers look for people who have contributed to school newspapers or club newsletters. Salary and benefits. Career entry jobs are low paid. The starting salary for a cop reporter or a local newspaper is about $10,000 per year. But this can rise quite quickly. There are very few perks, except perhaps a company car.
Now, after having read that text, let's answer some of the following questions. First question, what should you look at before you read the text?
Before reading the text, we should look at the title to understand the general topic of the text. Also, if the text has any illustrations or photos, we should look at them so that we can understand something about the text.
Okay, and from this text, where does this text come from?
It comes from a website because the title is chooseacareer.com.
Okay, and what kind of text is it?
It's an advertisement. No, it is not an advertisement. It's like an informative text, actually provides information about being a journalist.
And what is it about?
It's about being a journalist and everything you should have to be able to be a journalist, the type of study you need.
Okay, perfect. Now we're going to be moving on to the next exercise for this text. And we're going to be having a box in front of us right now on the screen, and we're just going to match the sentences with the appropriate section. Number A, personal qualities and abilities.
Journalists must be articulate. This is A.
Number B, working hours.
There is a lot of weekend work. B.
Number C, workplace.
Some journalists travel all over the world. C.
D, qualifications.
You need a degree in journalism. D.
E, experience.
Employers look for people who have contributed to school newspapers or club newsletters. E.
F, salary and benefits.
Career entry jobs are low paid. F.
And now for the last vocabulary box of this episode, let's read them together. Articulate, benefit, contribute, journalism, overtime, salary, shift, and unpaid. Now let's apply the vocabulary box on the following exercise where we're going to be selecting the correct meaning. Number 1, articulate.
It's an adjective, to be able to put words together well.
Number 2, issues.
It's a noun, important points.
Number 3, shifts.
It's a noun, working periods.
Number 4, field.
It's a noun and it means an area of work or study.
Number 5, contributed.
Verb, it means give money to or give items to.
Number 6, cub.
It means either, it's a noun, it means junior employee, and it means the small son of the lion, so it means a small animal as well.
Number 7, rise.
Rise means increase, a noun and a verb.
Number 8, perks.
Actually, it's either noun extra benefits or verb gets more active.
And now let's move on to the final exercise where we're going to be reading and reacting. We're going to be asking some questions and we're gonna answer them as the following. The first one, do you have the personality to be a journalist?
Well, as for me, I guess yes. I would like very much to be a journalist, and I guess that I can cope very well with the life of a journalist.
Okay, and second question, do you have the abilities to be a journalist?
Maybe not all of them, but I can learn more and acquire more of the skills that are very necessary to be a journalist.
Number 3, would you like the working hours of a newspaper journalist?
Some of them would be okay. The idea of a 9-to-5 job would be suitable for some people, but for me, I don't think so. I would like a job that is more free to move in.
And number 4, do you have the right sort of experience to be a journalist?
Well, actually, I'm trying to learn. I'm learning. I had a part-time job in an online newspaper, so I'm starting to get the right sort of experience.
Okay, great. And now for the final question. How do you feel about the salary and benefits?
Actually, I know that the entry-level jobs are very much low paid, but I guess that I can go to places that are very famous or well known for paying well, or some interns with some allowances or stipends.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
One more last comment about this. During this episode, we learned a lot about a very interesting website, which is chooseacareer.com. This website helps you really to find a good job, and it gives you more and more information about different jobs that you might need to know about. As you see, we will be having more readings from this website in this episode and in this theme. So focus with them. Maybe you can choose the right and suitable job for you. Thank you.